Okay, so this is your yin class today, and for our yin yoga we're going to de-stress the body, and we're going to particularly work with the hips, the piriformis, any sciatica and areas down the hip and leg. So we may want a brick, a block, preferably yoga block. It looks like this, quite wide, quite thin, quite supportive in a nice way for today. So if you have something similar like this, then please have it nearby. For now, just sit comfortably. I'm choosing to sit on a meditation cushion, so full of a small bean bag. So if you've got something you want to sit on, please feel free to do so, and pause the video, go get comfortable, and then come back and push play. And then when we're together, close the eyes, bring your palms onto the end of the knees, and just feel the heat of your hands onto the legs. Relax your shoulder tension. Be really present with the physical body settling into a relaxed state. So use the weight of the hips into the mat or to the cushion that you're sat upon. Elevate the front body and draw down through the back body, creating a really nice sensation of an upward posture. Notice the breath in the body. Just the easy rhythm of breath coming and going. Every breath out, allow your shoulders to drop a little more, but without losing the posture height. So it's like the back of your body is easing down and taking the weight off, the load off, which is allowing the front body to feel high, to feel lifted, to feel free. Settling into that of now, being aware of now, this moment, you in this moment. So noticing what you hear. Not just the music, my voice, but maybe there's something else, either inside the room you're in or outside the room you're in. When we find sound, it is just sound. There's no need to hook your attention. Teach your ears to just be able to hear without attachment. And now notice your touch. Feel connection of your hands warm into the sides or on top of the knees or thighs. Notice the heat from the hand to the thigh and thigh to hand, sharing your body warmth. Let that warm sensation in your hands and in your knees or thigh feel really radiant. Now the touch of what you feel with your clothes on your body, the texture of either your clothes or your skin under your hands, whatever you're seated upon. If you're wearing any jewelry, and what's the air like around your body? What is the smell in the air? As well as noticing the smooth, cool air coming in the nose and the warm air coming out the nose. The taste in your mouth, the tongue, your throat, your mouth closed, relaxed. And really let the tongue rest in the bottom of the mouth. Vision. Be with your eyes inside. Visualize your inner energy. Visualize your muscles easing, though holding nice posture up through the front body. See the physical body on the mat or the cushion. With the eyes closed, we can still see the room, the colors, the items, as Is there a door or window or both? And visualize yourself in this room, quiet, calm, peacefully grounded in relaxation and meditation. A deep breath. And let's come into our first physical movement so that your eyes open, though keep this same focus throughout the whole class, being aware of your senses and your body. Let your eyes open to adjust your body, and coming into the first seated position, you're welcome to have a block under your hips, the soles of your feet together, and then edge your body into a forward fold. Take a deep breath when you get into the posture, and then draw your chin to the body. Feel the sense of ease and opening of the back and your hips. With Yin Yoga, we practice two things. The first is the physical body. Alleviate stress in the body. So take away tension and relax where we're asking for the stretch. The safety aspect is keeping your stretch to about 70 to 80% maximum, and let the time that we hold the stretch do the rest. The second part is your mind, keeping your physical body still as much as your mind's eye. Draw its focus to the stretch, to the meditation aspects of your senses, and easing to calm your nervous system. We've got just 1 minute left to go. Allow your breathing to stay really relaxed. time's right, just draw your body up slowly. And then lengthen the legs out beneath you. If you're sitting on a block, feel free to just slide it away. Take a deep breath. Your eyes are welcome to stay closed. Stay within the body. Sometimes it's easier to keep your eyes closed. Let's take the lunge position. So when you're ready, turn over. If you have any trouble with your knees, of course, take yourself with a bit more cushioning under your back leg. You can have a block as well. So when you step through one foot into a wide position here, you're welcome to make it more advanced by having your foot on the block. You can support the back leg by having the block under the knee or under the knee and shin. Sometimes it's nice to just use it under the forearms. So take your position, allow your hips to ease open, and keep your chest forward. And then again, come into the joy of letting stress and tension go through the whole hips, the back. And de-stress muscle around the stretch. Do this with your eyes going to connect to the physical body. Ask the muscles to ease. Readjust if it helps. Try and give less. That allows the stretch room. It gives the stretch space. Feel free to turn the toes out a little more. Be on the side of the foot rather than a flat foot, and let your knee go a little wider with your body forward still. Just another 30 seconds. And when you're ready, slowly coming up onto your hands, and take your hips back first. Bring the foot back second. Have your hands under the shoulders, knees under your hips. Tuck your toes and lift your body to downward facing dog, just to stretch and lengthen as a counter pose. and come back down. Let's do the other side. So stepping the opposite leg through. Allow your body to settle, find a position that works. Allow the back knee to be as far away as possible. And let us begin the stretch, either on your hands or elbows like before. Adjust the block for more advanced under the foot, less, and a little bit of support under the knee, or bringing yourself, it's a problem with moving block, is taking down and having your hands underneath the shoulders, soften the body, try and relax your breath. Look to have your eyes closed and be with the body itself, stretching less in the terms of pressure. So sticking to that 70 to 80%, no fighting for the stretch. Come away from the edges. Feel free to angle the foot a bit more if you want to. Do your best to stay as still as you can. Breathe into the body nice and calmly. And then very slowly bringing your hands away, drawing your hips back gently, and bringing your knees hip width apart, hands shoulder width. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, and draw back to downward dog. Draw down into the knees and sit back onto the heels, just to have a moment to recover the hips. Take a breath. Find your shoulders down the body, your chest elevated. And again, just a stopgap to notice the weight of the body down, the elevation of the crown up, and notice your calm energy. Doing your best to take out tension from the neck, the shoulders, the mind, and just stay calmly grounded in this present moment. Come into the swan poses, so whichever leg works for you to go first. When you come forward into the swan, we want to bring the knee to the back of the mat and the foot to the front of the mat. Then slide the back leg away and come into a full swan here. Or, if it's not comfortable for you, for your knees, sit down and bend the back knee. And from this position, we do the same thing together in forward folding. So choose what's right for you. Back leg long, up and over if you wish, and you're welcome to use the block to rest your head. Use your breathing to soften the body and to still the body. If the block starts to get in the way of your main stretch, feel free to remove it now and draw your chest even further. Take a deep breath every now and then to feel free to really expel any tension. Take a deep breath, lift to the forearms. And when you're ready, roll back onto the hips so that you can come up. Bring the feet wide of the shoulders and just let the knee very slowly go the other way. And then back over, noticing what this leg feels like. The one you've just stretched may feel a little cooler than the other side. One more time. And then flip your knees so it's the other way round from last time. And let's go in this leg. So you're welcome to have your block with you at the top of your mat. When the knee is in the wrong position, you're going to be stretching into a different pose. So we want the knee to be at the back of the mat. If you're in a seated position, it's still at the back of the mat. The foot comes as far to this side of the mat as you want it to. And if you're up on a straight leg, make sure that the back thigh is lengthened all the way down as far as possible. Let's begin. So take your breath, draw your chest down wherever's comfortable. Take a few deep breaths. Allow your hips to ease every time you breathe out. If the block's not required at this stage, take it out the way and come a little lower, just like we did on the other side. Keep your breathing nice and calm and slow. And when you're ready, lift up the forearms and then lift and rise to a seated position again, so that this leg can recover. We lean back, take the feet as wide as the shoulders or wider, and let the knees drop in the opposite direction. Take it up and over, swapping sides. Do it a few times to what's comfortable for you. Done that equally, then bring yourself to a straight leg position and sit yourself nice and tall in the center of your mat. So again, you're welcome to use your block if you want to sit on a block. If you don't want to, you just sit on the floor. It's really personal, but I'll show you with the block. When you sit on it, check that it is even to your hips. And then hook your left leg under and your right leg on top. And all the block does is it allows us to tip forward a little more, which puts us in the right position with the pelvis tipping rather than the pelvis drawing this way. So if we're nice and tight in the body, this way is really difficult. So try and push tailbone back, head forward, and then bring yourself with your hands to ease into the hips. If this feels way too high or uncomfortable, come to the ground. And draw your chin to the body. Take a breath. And just see if we can ease the way of the body to let the hips Feel melting, de-stressing all the tension, locking in the joint, the muscles of the glutes, the hips, the thighs. So try and relax your abdomen and let your breathing be in the abdomen. And just like at the beginning, keeping our body aware of all your senses, being present in the moment. Take a deep breath in and then start to rise. Alright, so keep the knee bent, especially if that was quite a deep pose. Keep the knee bent and just turn the foot so it's flat to the ground. Keep the knee bent, bring the foot at the flat of the ground, and then straighten at the knee. So we're doing a focus of knee and hip joints separately. So let's go the other way. Take a little bit of a toe wiggle if you want to. Feet flat. And this time, right leg under, left foot on. Find out what's different this side of your body, because they generally are different, and every day is different, every hour. So just be careful where you are, and then when you're ready, take a deep breath in. And then come forwards and exhale. If this position is too uncomfortable, feel free to put the block under there, or a cushion or anything you might want. But never force or push the leg. Just be gentle. It is where it is. If you've got a stretch and it's not painful, then you're doing great. You can stay higher if you want to. It's not about the fold, it's about the knee. So feel free to be with me higher if you would want to. Take a deep breath, and when you exhale, release. Remember to keep the knee bent, especially if you're in a big position. Just move at the hip joint, keeping the knee bent. Keep the knee bent. Position the hip. And then when you're ready, extend away. If you're still on the block, it's a good time to come off. And then just sit nice and tall for a moment. Let your hips settle, because there's a lot going on at the back there. The piriformis is the muscle that goes this way, and most of your glute muscles go that way. So it can be quite tight. Sometimes it's overflexed, sometimes underflexed. So it's a very temperamental area that can cause pain down the side of the hip and leg. Great. So then we're coming onto our backs. So feel free to have a block nearby just in case you want it later. And then roll back over, having yourself down on the ground. Settle your hips, settle your shoulders so that you lay square, and let the center of the hips and the belly and the back just rest. And then the hips will start to ease, the back will start to feel neutral. And when the time's right, bring up one foot, taking the pressure of the foot towards us, same as what we just did, but laying. And then the other foot comes across the other way, so we lay with our legs in this position. Now again, you might want the block under the knee, that helps the thigh, or maybe a little bit under the head, but I prefer people to lay flat and neutral. And then place the hands onto the side of the abdomen, or if you're more comfortable, onto the ribs. And just feel the hips settle with every out-breath. And that's when your stomach naturally pulls down. Use your senses of touch and feel the breath exit. If ever it gets a bit too intense, feel free to put the foot to the inner calf. Let the knees feel rested and the hips widely open. And then when you're ready, bringing the knees together, bringing your feet flat to the ground. Again, reset the hips up and down. Check that you're neutral and just be still with the body. Let's go the other way. So at any point, we take the foot underneath and on top. Or you start how we started the other side, with the foot like this. And then take the heel across the opposite edge and lay both knees down. Adjust the hands maybe for the breath. And if ever it's too much for the hips, bring the foot to the inner calf. Let the knees be heavy, hips open, breath easy. Keeping your focus on the senses, what you feel, what you see, taste, hear. Every part of the body is aware. The space around your body and the space in the body. Take a deep breath in, and when you're ready, undo, bringing your feet flat, lift your hips and readjust, laying completely still and flat to the side of each, the right and the left sides of your body equal. Take the final last little twisting rotation with both knees dropping, arms out. Change sides. Just let them sway each side. Find there's length through the top of the hip and around into the lower back. If you need more, you could bring the heel to the outer thigh. And just for a few seconds and then change over. Again, you can bring the heel to the outer thigh. It's not always needed, so just be sure that you're still getting enough either way through the knees, just dropping and holding. We don't attack the body, we just ask for ease. And then when the time's right for you, lay with your legs out long. Find a position that's comfortable for you. Lay with your hands maybe still on the belly or the ribs. Using the deep breath to relax the physical body. Really relax the sigh of your breath. And then be with the breath, like you're observing the physical body breath. Final few moments to fidget and get the right resting position. And then come back to the physical body resting. Every breath out, ease and relax, grounding further. Time's right for you. Take a deep breath in. And then bring your feet to the ground. You're welcome to bring your knees in if you wish to give yourself a hug for the lower back to lengthen. Then when you're ready, you may want to lift your chest towards your thighs. Ease down and roll over to one side. And come up slowly to a seated position. And again, you can sit on the block if you want to. Find your cup in your hands, tips of the thumbs together, and sit with mighty high in the chest. Low through the back of the body, shoulder blades down. Breathe in as if your front body is elevating. Breathe out like your back body is softening down, including the hips, tucking the tail. Breathe in through the front body and down through the back. One more breath in. Exhale. Keep an elevated chest for a good mood and happy mindset. Confidence. Keep your shoulder blades relaxed and down. No stress in the back of the body. When you're ready, bring your hands together, tuck your chin, and join me. Namaste. Well done. Have a good day or a good evening, and I wish you well. See you again soon.